So Black Ops 7 has been out for a few days now, approaching the first full week of release, and it's never been more apparent that this franchise, Call of Duty in general, has crossed a threshold that I really don't think it can recover from. The campaign is absolutely horrible, and the reason you're seeing Infinite Warfare gameplay is because the game is infinitely more fun than Black Ops 7, and that's how you know we've crossed a threshold that I didn't think we ever would. And that now we can say Infinite Warfare is a better game than the current Call of Duty. Infinite Warfare had the single most disliked trailer in COD history. They have now been dethroned by Black Ops 7 as the game now has the series' worst rating. Worse than Vanguard. Worse than Ghosts. That's awful. And if this isn't a wake-up call for Activision to stop with their AI slop garbage and their battle passes and their skill-based matchmaking and their lies about skill-based matchmaking, claiming that they have an open skill-based system or matchmaking system instead of strictly skill-based, it's a mess. And the fact that I can go back and play Infinite Warfare, play the campaign, play Zombies in Spaceland, this game's almost 10 years old. And this is more fun than the current COD. You know you have messed up. And it feels like they're just not going to change. Even with the rampant success of Battlefield 6 and what happens when you actually listen to your fan base and listen to your community and make a game people want. When Battlefield 6 has its issues, for sure, every modern shooter does, because they just can't help themselves but add in all this bullshit that they add into modern shooters. But thankfully in Battlefield 6, they really did kind of walk some of it back. There's still some issues, but nowhere near what Call of Duty has become. And they just don't want to hear it. Activision and Treyarch, and especially Infinity Ward with Modern Warfare 4 next year, I guarantee you, they're just going to stick their fingers in their ears and say, la la la, pay for Black Cell Battle Pass. And they're not going to actually listen to what people's problems are with the game. The Steam charts for Black Ops 7, now I know Steam charts aren't the be-all, end-all of a game's success. But, come on, opening day of a new Call of Duty, and they can't even break 80,000 players on Steam. That is awful. That's awful. That's middle of the day on a Friday. People like me, I work all day, so even if I bought Black Ops 7, I wouldn't have been really playing opening day. I might have been playing that night once I got the kids to bed, if the game didn't have 1,600 gigabytes of updates by the time I got home. But still, opening day, 80,000 players, that is atrocious. And they're going to claim that Black Ops 7 is the biggest COD launch. It is the biggest COD launch ever. If you count the file size, it's damn near half of the terabyte of storage I have on my PS5, because I can't pick and choose what I want. It makes me download the Call of Duty HQ, all these campaign add-ons, Warzone. I had to go through and manually deselect all of these things. Otherwise, the game is damn near 400 gigabytes. For no reason. Battlefield 6, campaign, multiplayer, and Portal, all of that is only 90 gigs. And Black Ops 7 is damn near 400 gigabytes. That's 4 copies of GTA 5. There's no reason for it to be that big. And it has to be on purpose. It has to be purposeful, because they want to dominate your hard drive. They want to be the only game you play. They want to be the only source of money you throw at it. They want to be a black hole for your wallet. Instead of making a game that's fun and that people enjoy, they want to make it like, it's like FIFA. Call of Duty has become a sports game where you're not actually getting anything new, because now they're doing what the sports games do. Black Ops 6 is pulling playlists like Nuketown 24/7 and Strike, and they're putting them into Black Ops 7. They're literally removing content from the previous game to try to bolster player numbers for the new one, and it's actually not working. There's more people still playing Black Ops 6 than the new COD game. I don't think that's ever happened before, where the previous COD game is beating the player numbers of the newly released title in the first week. I don't think that's ever happened in Call of Duty history. That's insane. And they just don't want to hear it. They're going to bury their heads in the sand. They're going to claim they have the biggest launch ever. The Zombies community, I applaud their enthusiasm. I applaud their dedication. Y'all have got to stop parading around that Zombies is kind of good, because it's not. It's just rehashing Black Ops 2 assets and convincing you with nostalgia bait by bringing back the OG crew that it's good again. That's great. I like the original crew. I'm glad they're back. But the bones of what this is just not a good game. It's not. And it's not like Cold War, where the zombies genuinely did carry the rest of the game, because Cold War had a relatively good campaign. I enjoyed it. But they didn't have this Escape from Tarkov Fortnite Warzone hybrid of a PvE bullshit campaign mosh pit that they try to force out there. I mean, what are they thinking? And I'm really happy to see that majority of the fan base, majority of the community, majority of gamers have voted with their wallet this year. I'm very happy to see that Call of Duty is getting pummeled. Not because I hate the franchise, because you have to be critical of what you love. If you just gush it with praise, it'll never get better. Because they're going to think, oh, well, ever since Modern Warfare 2019, people like battle passes, they like this model of content, let's just keep doing it. No, you got to make it clear that we don't like when you do these things. So I'm very happy to see that the COD fan base has largely rejected Black Ops 7. That's a good thing. Not because I want the devs to lose their jobs, because I think Call of Duty should just stop. What I'm thinking they need to do is just recalibrate. Maybe even take, heaven forbid, the stockholders let them take 1 year off to just focus on what makes a COD game good. Make a good campaign. Make a good multiplayer. Get rid of skill-based matchmaking. Make good maps. And make a good third mode. If it's Modern Warfare 4, then bring back survival mode. Bring back something players like. Make it fun. Don't just make it another ripoff of another ripoff. No one cares about extraction shooters. They have their market. Escape from Tarkov and now Arc Raiders, which is fantastic, they've got that market covered. Fortnite has become its own thing. Fortnite's not even a battle royale anymore. Fortnite has become a platform. Fortnite has become Gary's Mod. You don't play Fortnite for Fortnite, right? You don't just play Gary's Mod for Gary's Mod. It has become a tool for people to use, which is awesome. That's how you evolve a game. So unless COD wants to evolve that way and give us the tools to create our own maps and have a Forge mode like in Halo, they need to recalibrate, take a step back, and understand what made a COD game good. And if they can't go back to it, then Modern Warfare 4 is going to absolutely fail. Even worse than Black Ops 7. But hey, that's just me. I'm an old head. Call me a boomer. I love my boomer shooters. I just miss when games were good. I miss when they had passion behind them and not corporate agendas for player retention and to milk as much money out of people as possible. Because you look at the indie scene, Repo won Indie Game of the Year. Repo has no battle passes. Repo wasn't designed for player retention. Repo was designed with passion, and they got rewarded for it. Arc Raiders was designed with passion. They're getting rewarded for it. Battlefield 6 listened to feedback, has problems, but they listened to feedback and tried, and now they're getting rewarded for it. It's not that hard to understand. Just listen to what people want from you, because at the end of the day, I want to give you my money, Activision. I want to. If you remastered Modern Warfare 3 in its entirety from 2011, I would give you my money. If you made a game that was as good as those, I will give you my money. I'm not giving you my money for AI-generated garbage. Bar none. But that's all I have to say. Just wanted to get that off my chest. Because I'm happy to see that Black Ops 7 is getting pummeled into the dirt because it needed to happen. It needed to fail. Because Activision needs to understand that they need to change their approach to the franchise, or I'm sure their stockholders are going to have some very interesting meetings this next quarter. I'm sure all the big heads at Activision are sweating bullets because now they can't buy their 9th Corvette or their 2nd yacht because Black Ops 7 failed. But we'll have to see. I don't know if shooters can really ever be great again. I don't know if Call of Duty can ever recapture the mane that the lion once wore. But let me know what you guys think. Is Call of Duty done for, or is there even a sliver of a chance that they listen and actually make a good game? You guys have a good one.